Hey guys, happy Halloween! I thought it would be so fun to celebrate today with all of you and just take one last look at all of my Halloween decor for 2022. I had so much fun decorating outside of my home, creating this really creepy, spooky, but fun cemetery display outside, complete with lights and tombstones and all sorts of things. Our family and neighbors are just enjoying it so much. And then coming inside and just decorating everything in like every single room of the house. Tacky or not, I just love Halloween decor so much, and my family does too. So we look forward to spooky season every year. We also created this really cool kind of vintage carnival inspired cocoa and coffee bar this year in our kitchen. It turned out great, so functional, such a fun way to bring the spooky season inside and have a splash of spooky decor while still keeping things functional in that area of the house. And then I did not film decorating my kids' rooms this year because I actually let them do it themselves, and you know, I don't film them for YouTube, so I couldn't create a whole video, but I am going to wrap up today with a room tour in each of their rooms, show you all of the decor that they picked out, how they styled it, and where some of those pieces came from. So I hope that you all enjoy and that you have a great Halloween, so much fun trick-or-treating tonight or passing out candy if that's what you're going to be doing. And this is just going to be such a fun way to wrap up the spooky season this year. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see even more holiday decorating content coming over the next couple of months. I have a ton of Christmas videos planned and I definitely don't want you to miss out on those. But yeah, let's just get into all of the Halloween decorating that I did this year. We are outside today because we're going to be working on some Halloween decorating, transforming our fall front porch into a spooky outdoor decor display. And I'm so excited. I'm a little sad to be saying goodbye to our fall display just because I do think it's the best one we've ever had and I've loved this setup. But I'm so ready for all of the spooky decorations and just decorating in a really fun way for Halloween. I know some people say it's tacky, but we love Halloween at this house. Derek's in the shed just messing around, trying to dig out our Halloween decorations. You see my skelly here he's gonna have to bring out. What are you looking for, babe? Extension cords? Okay, well, we've got a bunch of stuff in here. Most of this stuff is waiting to go into a garage sale, but we have all of our like outdoor decorations back there. So Derek's gonna be pulling some out. Okay, I am so sorry to just cut that last clip abruptly. I was clearly still talking, but our neighbor actually let her dog out, and as much as we love Kuma, she is in everyone's business, barking incessantly and very loudly. So I didn't want you guys to have to deal with that in the background of that clip. But really all that I was saying is that Derek was sorting through the shed and making sure that we had pulled out absolutely all of the Halloween decor that we've been collecting and all of the lights, everything that we thought that we were going to need. And while he did that, I came back to the front porch area, and I am going to put away our fall display. This was a little bittersweet because I really loved what I came up with for fall this year. It's unlike anything else that I've ever done. I did film that and share the video already, so if Halloween isn't your thing and you prefer more fall decor, I'll go ahead and link that video for you guys in the iCard and the description box. Definitely check it out. I loved it, but I love Halloween even more. Give this video a thumbs up if you also love spooky season and Halloween decorating. I seriously look forward to it all year long. It's basically like a second Christmas, and so we like to do it big. We collect decor all year long and season deals and clearance finds and all of that, and we just try to make our display better and better every year. I love the way it came out this year though, and I am just beyond excited to share that with you.
Usually we would probably use a leaf blower for this. I'm sure Derek would prefer that, but all this mulch is like soaking wet and kind of stuck to the sidewalks here because for the last, how long has it been, babe? 5 or 6 days?
About 5.5, 6 days.
6 days. We've been dealing with residual hurricane weather and lots of rain and things. So I have all of our old plants like from our fall setup over here, and I'm thinking I might use them on our back patio because we don't decorate our back patio for Halloween. So I might do like the fall setup out there because I really loved this year, especially these plants, these greens. I don't even know what they're called, but they were so pretty with all of the mums. And then we have a ton of stuff over here too, like all of our patio furniture and things, because it's still soaked. It didn't rain at all yesterday, but it's still just soaked. So we're trying to kind of dry it out since there is so much sunlight today. All of our spooky decor Derek brought out here, and I'm so excited about it. We have a pretty good mixture of things that we had previously and then a few new items. Like all of these pre-carved light up pumpkins are from last year. Our posable skeleton, I actually used him inside last year, but Derek had an idea to use him out here, so we'll see if that works out. And then this is our door knocker. We also have quite a few pumpkins from last year, but then also some new planters that I found at Target this year. Look at how cool these are. I think I'm going to try to reuse our white mums in here. We did pick up some huge, beautiful purple mums because we have some purple Halloween lights, and so we thought that that would complement that better than the like orangish red mums we had. And this guy, we found him at HomeSense a few months ago now, and I just thought he was so cool. I couldn't leave without him. I actually posted this in my Instagram stories because Derek didn't want him, and I said, tell me I should buy this, and like 100% said buy him. So we haven't decided on a name. You guys let me know what you think his name should be, but I'm just so excited. I'm thinking that we're either going to use him like right next to the front door or in this space over here. And then in this whole front flower bed, we're planning on doing like a little graveyard. So we've got a ton of tombstones. This is a mixture of things we already had, some that we picked up at the end of season clearance last year, and then a couple from this year. We've got these like fence stake things that we got from Target this year, just a bunch of stuff. So we do need to take some things out of the wrappers. We're about to do that now and kind of lay it all out so that we can get an idea of what we're going to do. And if you want to see all of the specific things that we're using, I'll do my very best to link absolutely everything that I can down in the description box.
Okay, so I know that you are about to see us sorting through everything, taking a lot of things out of their packaging, unwrapping them, taking off price tags, things like that. Really, we just wanted to get everything spread out on the driveway here so that we could easily see what we had, what we were working with, and go straight to it instead of having to like dig through bins and things like that. But I wanted to take a second to let you know that only a few of the things that you are seeing here were purchased this year. Most of what we have, we've been collecting over the last few years, and especially even some of the things you see us taking out of the packaging, we got at the end of season clearance last year, because it's been since last year that we've been talking about what kind of display we wanted to set up this year. We seriously do look forward to it every year. We love talking about it, daydreaming about it, and it's just something that Derek and I share in common and can be excited for together. But I just wanted to mention that because I don't want any of you to think that you have to go out to the store and spend hundreds of dollars to decorate. It's okay to slowly build up your collection over time. That's definitely what I do.
We found this tree at Michael's the other day. After how long were we looking for one, babe?
I'd say around a month.
A month. Derek had decided that he wanted one of these, and then by the time he decided, we couldn't find any. This was the last one at Michael's. Hold on for a minute. It's a light up LED spooky tree. It's got purple lights and these little fabric pieces that to me look like bats. Derek said he wanted to take them off, but I like them, so we might end up keeping them. But anyway, it's a 5-foot tree, which means it's going to be pretty substantial. I think we're going to put it right there to kind of like have an end to our graveyard instead of just like a random drop-off type of thing. But anyway, we are super excited to unbox it and see what it looks like all put together. As we were setting this up, I was so impressed with the quality of this. It's the first time that we've ever purchased an outdoor Halloween decoration from Michael's, especially one that is pre-lit. And I don't know what I was expecting, but I definitely wasn't expecting this. It was super easy to put together, very tall and substantial, and just really high quality for only paying like $45. I know as it gets closer to the season, they can be hard to find in stores, but I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description box. I'd highly recommend if you are looking for something like this. We were gonna go ahead and put that tree in place and see how it looks, but one of us lost the rubber mallet to be able to put the stakes in the ground. Who do you think it was, Derek?
Wear your glasses, Megan.
Anyway, so while Derek's looking for the rubber mallet that he lost, he brought the ladder out for me, and I've got these decals that I'm going to put up in the window. If you've been around for a while and watched us with our front porch decorating, you know that this window always causes us so much trouble. It's just such a struggle to try to figure it out because we don't technically have a porch here. So this is really a flower bed that we've just cleared out, and that means like all of our decor just kind of comes to like right here, and then we've just got all of this wide open space and can never figure out what to do with it. So we picked up some of these this year. I found them at Michael's, and all of the Halloween things are currently 50% off, so they were like $3.50. But anyway, I got 2 packets of these. They're just these little spiders. I feel like you see like the bat version of these a lot. They just kind of stick with this little like sticky thing in here. But anyway, I got 2 packages. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need, but I'm going to position them across this window and then also possibly over there. What do you got, Derek?
Found the mallet.
You found the mallet?
Found the mallet.
Okay, so you're going to be able to put the tree up?
Yep.
I'll still do the window while you're doing the tree. While I was putting these up, I was asking Derek's opinion about where he thought that they should go and how they should look. Originally, I wanted to put them on the inside of the door, but you'll see me close that here because I realized you would be able to see the sticky things if I put them on the inside, and I definitely didn't want that, so they had to go on the outside. They are made out of cardstock. I don't know why I was expecting them to be more like window clings, but they are not that material. They are cardstock, and they go on with these little sticky squares. They were super easy to set up, get positioned all over the windows, and I love the way that they added to the display. The only thing I'm nervous about is the material. I'm not sure how they're going to hold up in the weather, but for being only $3 and only needing to last 1 month, I think that we shouldn't have too many issues.
Please make yourself right at home. If you see my legs, tell them I'd have to have a word with them.
So sorry for the bad lighting. It's just the position of the sun right now. But this is what we've got going on in our front step area. I really love this, how all of these spiders turned out. I did add some around these parts of the door. I know it's hard for you to see in the daytime because our door is black, but then also over there. And I love our door knocker. We got him last year and he's just so fun. I also really like this doormat that we got from Kirkland's, and it was surprisingly affordable. I think like $9 or $10 for that, although it may need a layering rug because it's just not quite big enough. But I am having some trouble with this. So these purple mums didn't stand as tall as I thought they would and don't stand as tall as the other ones. So I'm wondering if I should switch those out. And then also just the positioning of these pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. We need to have at least one jack-o'-lantern over here because we're going to have some in this flower bed area that's going to be a cemetery, so they need to make sense. But Derek said he wasn't like the biggest fan of all of these pumpkins over here and the positioning of things. So you guys let me know, do you like this? Would you change it up? How would you change it up? Any suggestions? We are totally open to your ideas. The good thing about this is it's super easy to switch it up if we decide that we want to do something different, but this is what we've got going on right now. So we're about to start working on this area, which is going to be our little graveyard cemetery. I know that it might seem a little strange to see me setting up flowers in a spooky Halloween display, but trust me, you guys, it definitely added to it, and it would not look the same if we didn't have these. When I was talking about getting some flowers and using planters, Derek was like, "What do we need flowers for, Megan? We're going for like spooky, creepy Halloween." But with the way that our house is set up, we really needed something to establish like a beginning and an end of our display, mostly because we don't have enough decorations to be decorating like our entire house, all of our bushes, the entire yard. So this is just what made sense, is that we needed a start and stop point. We also have a ton of purple lights and that purple tree that we had gotten, some spotlights that you'll see later on, but everything else was like orange because of the jack-o'-lanterns that we have and the other decorations. So we needed something to make those purple lights make sense, and the purple mums were it. They are beautiful, like stunningly gorgeous in person, very full and lush, and they really did just bring everything together. I loved it. Plus, we were going for a little cemetery display this year, and I know flowers are in real cemeteries, so to me, it definitely makes sense. I love the way that it turned out. But the last thing that Derek was wanting to add in here was the skeleton. We actually found this, I think 2 years ago at Walmart, and it's just a like 5-foot posable skeleton, but Derek had the idea to get this garden stake and zip tie him to it so that it looks like he's standing in the cemetery. It definitely balanced out some more height in this area next to the front step and front door. He did exactly what we needed him to, and he just looks so cool. Definitely one of my favorite parts of the entire display, and a really nifty little DIY hack if you are wanting to have a skeleton in your display but not wanting to pay like $50 full price for a glow-in-the-dark or a light-up one. Although the glow-in-the-dark ones at Target this year were really cool, and we are hoping to find one at the end of season clearance. How cool is this? we just attached our skeleton to this like garden yard stake to stand him up, and he is perfect right there. Derek had the idea to zip tie this little skull in his hand, which is just so cool. It would be really cool if he like had lights in his eyes or lit up or something like that, but for just working with what we have, I think this was a pretty genius idea. Derek's over there just winding some purple string lights around our bushes so that we can light everything up. All of these little pre-carved jack-o'-lanterns take batteries and will light up. And then the tree over here, we just need an extension cord and it will light up too, along with this dude and his jack-o'-lantern. So we're almost all finished and I'll be able to show everything to you at night. I'm so excited to see it all. And then also, let's all give me a pat on the back for getting our spider up there on our drain spout. I am terrified of heights and had to be pretty high up on the ladder for that one. I just tied a string around his body and then pretty securely, like double, triple knotted it, and then used zip ties to wind through the string and around the drain spout. And then some of his other legs are wound around it, as you can see, to keep him more secure. And then that second leg right there is also zip tied. So he's not going anywhere, or at least we hope he's not going anywhere. If you guys saw last year when we were decorating for Halloween, we had him up here in some spider webbing and tried to use like floral wire to get him to stay up there. It did not work out. Every time there was wind, rain, anything, he would like blow out and then knock against our window, and it just didn't work out. So we're loving this setup so much better, and it really ties in all the rest of the spiders that are like crawling across the windows in the house and coming towards the front door. I'm really loving it. But this, I think, is going to be everything for our display this year. Do we have anything else to do, babe? Yeah, I think this is it. So I am going to give you just a quick overview of what everything is looking like, and then I'll show you at nighttime with everything all lit up. Okay, so I really wanted to give you an overview of the completed display in daylight because it does look really cool and also, in my opinion, really realistic, or at least as realistic as it can look with like plastic jack-o'-lanterns. But anyway, I love it. I love the way that this vision came together, and even in the daylight, I am just enjoying it so much. I'm so proud of it, and our neighbors are loving it too. But especially at nighttime, look at this. It just brings all of the spooky vibes. It really feels like a complete, well-rounded display, and everyone is enjoying it. And so we're so excited to be able to have this for ourselves, but also to be able to share this little festive display with all of our friends, family, and our neighbors. It's just been the coolest thing. We have been trying to collect the pieces for this for 3 years now, and slowly but surely we've just had all of the patience, sought out all of the deals, and it's just so satisfying to see that vision come to life. Of course, we'll continue to build off of it because we really do enjoy the outside decorations and seasonal displays, but we are pretty dang proud of this, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you.
Hello, how are you? It must be Halloween. I bet you came for the candy, but you may leave with a spray.
Derek's doing his favorite thing, getting decorations out of the attic. You so excited, Derek?
Oh, pumped.
That one's my favorite. Isn't that the one you said not to get?
Yeah.
But he's just so cool. He's pulling out all of the Halloween decorations for me because we are finally going to be decorating the inside of the house for Halloween today. It's like halfway through the month, but better late than never, I guess. All right, so Derek has everything out of the attic, and this is way more than I remember having. For some reason, I thought we had like just 3 totes of things, and this is definitely more than 3 totes. And it's a mess. So I think I'm going to start out by sorting through it a little bit, just giving it like a quick glance over and separating things into different totes, because I do have an idea of what I'm going to be doing in the playroom. Like most of the ghost decor is going to go into there, and then most of the skeleton things are going to be here in this front living room. It's going to be way more spooky in here. I'm so excited to go kind of flow from like our front porch area and that door knocker through the rest of this room. And then there are things that are like clearly designated for the kitchen, stuff like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do to make this just a little easier on myself. I hope that you guys are ready for some extreme Halloween decorating today, because we are doing the most. We've got all of the decor out to decorate inside of my home, and we're gonna work on all of the main living spaces today. So we've got this front living room area, my kitchen, and then also our playroom slash family room, and we're going to be putting out decor through all of those rooms throughout the entire house, and I'm so excited for it. I love decorating for Halloween, and I love sharing it with you guys, so I really hope that you enjoy this video. And if you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Megan, and I am obsessed with not only the spooky season, but just the holiday season in general. I feel like that kicks off in October with Halloween, and it carries through until New Year, and I look forward to this time of year all year long. I go over the top with my decorations. I decorate outside of my house and inside of my house, and I share all of that with you. So if that sounds like your vibe, definitely make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already, because I've got so much holiday content coming at you over the next few months, and I don't want you to miss it. But anyway, we have it started out here in the front room of our house. When you open the front door, it's just into this open, large living room. So this is our designated entryway that I'm working on right now, and I love how this turned out. This is actually the first time that I'm ever using these bat decor things in my house. I feel like this is just standard influencer decor, but I promise this is the first time that I've ever done it, and I love them. I can totally see why all of the influencers use them. It added something extra special to that space and really brought it all together, and I feel like it created like a flow from our outside decorations into the inside. Now, I've already filmed our outside Halloween decorations. My husband and I set up like a creepy cemetery display in our front porch and on our front step. I love the way that it turned out. I'm so proud of it and so happy with it, and so is Derek. Like literally the night that we had put all of that up, he got a camping chair and some hot chocolate and sat out in our driveway and just looked at the lights at nighttime because he was so happy with them. All of our neighbors have been coming by and saying how much they love it and appreciate it, and they always look forward to our holiday decorations. So it just makes my heart so happy to hear all of that feedback. But anyway, if you haven't seen that video already, it's a good one. So definitely make sure that you go back and watch it. I'll leave it linked in the iCard and in the description box for you in case you're wanting to check it out. You'll also find links to everything that you see in today's video down in the description box, or at least everything that I can find online. I like to keep that updated and relevant for all of the videos that I share, just so that it's really easy and convenient. If you see something you like, you can just browse through the description box, and then there's a link right there that'll take you to the website where you can buy it if you want it. Now, I do want to say that those are affiliate links, which means that I earn like a 1% sale on most of them when you use those links to do your shopping, and I appreciate that so so much. But if links aren't your thing, I will do a little room tour after I decorate in each room and tell you where I got everything if you'd rather go shopping in person. And if you're seeing this and feeling so overwhelmed like this is too much decor for you, I totally get it. It's not for everyone. If you enjoy more minimal Halloween decor, then my friend Whitney has a channel for you. It's called Whitney P. I'll leave a link down in the description box. She is the best at minimal and intentional home decor for all seasons and holidays. And then if you have your fall decorations up and just want little pops of Halloween, Lauren Yarbrough is the girl for you. I'll also leave her channel linked down in my description box. Her Halloween this year is chef's kiss. So sorry if you can hear the rain in the background, but I think that I have finally got most of this main living room all finished, or at least as finished as it's going to be today. I'm liking how it turned out. I do feel like it flows pretty well from like our front porch spooky cemetery area into like the main house living area, and I'm pretty sure this entryway is my absolute favorite. This is my first year ever decorating with like these bats that you stick on the wall and things, and I know it's like standard influencer decor, but I've just never used them before and I really like them. They came from Michael's. They were super affordable and they're also surprisingly easy to move, and I didn't get like any sticky things stuck onto the wall or the mirror. And then down in our entryway table, I wanted to have it decorated but still functional, so I did keep our shoe baskets, but then in these little like cubby areas here, I just added in a white pumpkin and a spooky spider. And then this little spider web bowl that I got from the Target dollar spot last year or the year before, and a bunch of fabric pumpkins that I also got from the Target dollar spot the same year that I got this. Up on top, I brought in this bat picture. This was a Kirkland's clearance find, I want to say 2 years ago, and I kept this little candy dish that's got these caramel chocolates in them because the orange color is really good for Halloween. And then I added in this little skeleton clock tower. I want to say we found this at HomeSense or Home Goods, and I really, really like it. And then I swapped out our tray for this one with the skeleton and crossbones, and it's just black metal. I got this from TJ Maxx last year, I believe. And then I also added in this spooky tree that I got from Target this year. It was in the hide and eek section. Over on the other side, to keep that bat theme going, I hung up this garland. Last year I had it on our mantelpiece, but this year I decided to put it in the windows, and I'm really glad that I did. It ties in well with this second spooky tree that I put over here. And then I did switch the skeleton stack out for this skeleton candelabra. We got this from Home Goods, and then these like bone taper candles came from Michael's. And I just added in a tiny little pumpkin there. I did keep our mail tray because, again, it's functional. We actually live here, so we need it to stay functional. But I love the little Halloween accents. And then down here, I just added in that black pumpkin on top and also some skeleton vase filler into that little like decorative bowl thing. And then over on the couch, I have a white neutral pillow and then a trick-or-treat pillow. This was another Kirkland's clearance find either last year or the year before. We have this skelly that Sawyer picked up from Home Goods this year, and he's holding this little trick-or-treat jack-o'-lantern. This actually came from my best friend's wedding. He got married quite a few years ago on Halloween with a Halloween themed. Kinsley was the flower girl, and so that was like her thing that she had the dried petals in, and we've just kept it ever since. It's so sweet and sentimental to have that like as decor and keep it around. On the other chairs, I just put these black-ish pillows to bring in all of those black colors. And then over on this little stool, I put I'm not even sure what this would technically be called. It's like a little telephone thing. It does have batteries, and it is like a toy almost. Our kids love to play with it. We got it from Target a couple of years ago, and then right beside it, this really spooky skeleton that I absolutely love. I think I took the sticker off, so I'm not exactly sure where it came from, but I'm sure it was either HomeGoods or TJ Maxx. And then this fireplace space was actually kind of tricky for me. Not so much the fireplace, but definitely the bookshelf. On our little mantle here, I just have 2 spooky trees that came from the Target dollar spot a few years ago, and this sign that says beware that came from Kirkland's a couple of years ago. I also have this skeleton stack that was on that little bookshelf next to the front door, but I thought it looked better over here, and some spooky pumpkins to accent both up on the mantle and then down here on this little chest. I would love to be able to move this out of the way and then have that skeleton in his royal seat right there with a pumpkin next to it, but I'm not quite sure where I could put this wicker trunk right now. So for now, this is what we've got going on, but I do think I'm going to try to figure out another place to store this so that I can make that change to the decor, because I think it would look really cool. And then over here on the bookshelf, I wanted to put that skeleton in his royal chair up here. I think you guys saw me try. I ended up marking up the ceiling, if you can see up there, because he just barely did not fit. I was so upset about it. So instead, I just put this little skeleton head with a crow on it. And then in here, I have some faux black candles and a little gunmetal colored, also metal material pumpkin. And down here, I just have a spider on top of these boxes and a black glass pumpkin on the other side. I would have loved to take all of the decor out of here and completely redo all of it, but I didn't have enough to be able to do that, which is fine. It just means that we'll continue adding to our collection over the next couple of years. But overall, I do really like this space. I'm happy with how it turned out. If you have any suggestions or anything that you guys would change, feel free to leave that down in the comments section. But now we're going to move on into the kitchen. Now moving into my kitchen, I brought in this tote of decor that I had designated for my kitchen space, and I started unpacking it, and then I realized that I still had a ton of my everyday decor that was out that either needed to be swapped out or needed to be stored away. So I'm very quickly going to do some decluttering in this area, put some things away to make room for the new. Since this space is so small, I do have to do this every time that I decorate in the kitchen, but there's not a lot of decor, so it really doesn't bother me too much to have to do it. It's just a real quick fix, and then I can get on to the Halloween decorating. Every year, I feel like across social media, TikTok, Instagram, Reels, Pinterest posts, blogs, these little kids' baskets for holidays seem to go viral all the time, and it's no wonder why. They seriously are so cute, but also really easy and inexpensive to put together. So I have never done one before, but I wanted to put one together for my girls since they are hosting a little Halloween get-together with their friends this year, and I love the way that this turned out, and so do they. So this is how the kitchen turned out, and I've got to say I am really loving it. I know my kids are gonna love this little basket for them. It is so cute. This is my first year doing one of these, and I think that this is gonna be something I'm gonna try to do for every major holiday. I did just add in this little spooky tree right here just to kind of pull it together because it did look just a little bit random sitting by itself. But every single item here came from Target. So I think I actually got this from Target a couple of years ago in the Target dollar spot. And then this little basket is in the Target dollar spot this year. I got these cookie cutters from Target last year. And then all of these little plates, napkins, and straws came from Target this year as well. But this is such a cute and inexpensive way to bring a little bit of the spooky season into your home and not have to store it when the season is done. For the rest of the kitchen, you can see that we have very limited countertop space. So instead of overwhelming it with a bunch of decor, I just wanted to keep things really minimal and very functional, but still have touches of spooky in here. And I love the way it turned out, especially this tray that I have next to my stovetop. I love this so much. I used to have like a stoneware marble one that stretched across the whole countertop, but I swapped it out for this charcoal colored one that I found at Home Goods, and I really like it. I also think it'll probably be easier to clean. And then I just kept my oil and vinegar bottles on there because I use them often, and I took up this little space here with my marble spoon rest that I also use every time I cook. And I kept this serving board back here from the spring collection of Hearth and Hand, and then just added in these two skeleton spooky touches. I love this black skeleton head on the pedestal. I think he is so cool and perfect for this space. I'm pretty sure I found him at TJ Maxx, and he was only $10, so a really nice piece of affordable decor that I know I will keep for years to come. And then this serving board back here has an etched skeleton on it, and it's in the shape of a coffin. That's from the Threshold brand at Target this year. I just think it's so cool, and I love the way that that turned out. On the other side of the stove, I just kept our knife block, which works out because it's black. And then I swapped out our cookbook stand. It used to be like a wood, and this one is a black metal. And also the cookbook that was in it now has a black binding. I swapped out our utensil crock. It was very like spring summer looking before, so I thought that this white marbled one would be neutral enough for the Halloween decor. And then instead of keeping all of the wooden utensils, I also added in some of our black silicone ones and some stainless steel just to bring in those spooky colors again. And then this little lamp back here is really the star of the show, even though it's so simple. But we don't have any under cabinet lighting in our kitchen, so I thought that this would be the perfect solution since it is getting like dark very quickly these days and will continue to have shorter days. It's just perfect. It's black and then has these little like ridge details in it. It's ceramic bottom, and it came with the lampshade. It was only $12, so super affordable. And then a little spooky touch that most people probably wouldn't even think of, but I did have like a wicker basket for produce up there, and I swapped it out for that marble bowl just to be a little bit more cohesive with the look, and added in these black hand towels on the stove and the dishwasher. That's really all that I did. A few small, very affordable changes, but I feel like it made such a high impact. I know this is a mess over here, our coffee station. I will be swapping this out and decorating it for a spooky Halloween coffee and cocoa bar, but I think that's going to be its own video. So make sure that you're subscribed, you have your notification bell turned on if you want to see me transform this space in the kitchen. So now we're moving on into our family room slash playroom area. We do store a lot of our kids' toys in here, and this is where we spend the most time as a family. It's the most lived in, and also the only room that I had a clear vision for, but it did not work out at all. How ironic is that? This is the one room that I was planning and intentionally buying decor for, and nothing turned out the way that I had envisioned. While I was putting up all of my decor, I was a little bit frustrated by it, but overall, it's fine. It came out just fine. My kids are loving it and enjoying it, and and that's really all that matters. So anyway, I started by setting up our couch, and I had been so excited to find some Pottery Barn pillow dupes. If any of you are into Pottery Barn decor or the pillows that are going viral, especially the Halloween pillows, you will know those things are crazy expensive, literally $80 for one pillow. So we were able to find a couple at a couple of different stores that are absolute dupes for the Pottery Barn for a fraction of the cost. So I was really excited about that, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the room. And I started collecting more ghost decor because the pillows were ghosts, and so I wanted to have a little bit of theminess going on in here, and I had this whole vision in my head that just did not come out quite right, but that's okay. There's still plenty of Halloweens to continue collecting and perfecting our decor, and in the meantime, our family is loving what did end up happening in this room. So that's all that really matters, you know. Anyway, over in this corner, we have these ladder shelves where I put seasonal decor, and then also our kids' market cart that you saw just a second ago and you're going to see again in a minute. I love to set that thing up for seasons and holidays, and it makes my kids play with it even more, so it's definitely worth the time. I went ahead and set out some baked goods for them, but my husband is the real Pinterest parent in our household. He is so creative and artistic. It's one of the things that I love most about him. But our kids have a little blackboard menu board, so he's setting it up for them with spooky snacks and a little menu, some doodles for their candy corn cafe. How cute is that we're calling their market cart a candy corn cafe? But anyway, he got out the chalk markers and was doing a little doodle here on their menu board, and then also on the blackboard portion of their actual market cart, and they were beyond excited about this. This is probably the number one thing that they look forward to with all of the seasonal and holiday decorating, and so it makes both my husband and I very excited to get it all set up for them. And Derek really outdid himself this year. It came out looking so good. The girls were ridiculously excited about it, and just so thankful that he took the time to do this for them. I'm pretty sure the girls' play corner is my favorite part of the whole room, and that's not a surprise to anyone, but I just think it's so cute. On this little sign right here, Derek's going to be making them a spooky cafe sign. If he lets me film it, I would have already shown you that clip and how it turned out. But over here, I just have their baked goods on top of their market cart and the cash register that's out all the time. And then we kept it functional down here with some toy storage bins on this wall-mounted ladder shelf. But then up at the top, I put some decor. So I've got this really pretty black glass pumpkin that I found at Home Goods. And then this cute little ghost candelabra that I also found at Home Goods. It is too stinking cute. I really wanted to put some black taper candles in there, but the ones that I had weren't the right size, and they were like all over the place, like falling in all different directions. If you have any tips for how I can get them to fit in there nicely and snugly, please let me know, because I would love to move that back to the top shelf and be able to like have the candles burning at nighttime and things like that. I just think it would be so cool. And then in like July, I found some storage boxes that are Halloween themed. They just open up and they're hollow on the inside, but then they've got different covers. Anyway, I got a couple of sets of those for these shelves to store the kids' toys in there, because typically we do have some storage boxes and things, and so I just transferred everything over, and that worked out really well to have a cute little spooky Halloween touch. But I'm just loving the way that that turned out. Over here, this blanket, you guys, it is so beautiful and so very soft. We found that at TJ Maxx not too long ago. And then this little ghost that I put next to the blanket ladder, I found at Home Goods. this year also. Up here on the media center, I really wanted to do like a whole haunted house, like village type of thing, but this was the only one that I could find for an affordable price this year. So this will do, and we'll just continue adding to the collection for years to come. But I got this little haunted house at Home Goods, and if you can see in there, I found some little ghost candles also at Home Goods, and that's gonna look so cute when I light it up at night. Now I haven't decided if I'm gonna put like some gauzy fabric or spider webs or anything on these windows here, so for now I just left them blank. But on the couch, look at these little ghost pillows. They are total Pottery Barn dupes. I love them. This one came from Target and this one came from Home Goods. And then this in the back, I wanted to just get like a black pillow cover for the slouchy pillow we usually have back there, but I could not find one anywhere. I don't think that brand carries the black line anymore, so I just got this little black reading pillow instead. The girls really like an oversized loungy pillow, so I didn't want to completely skip that. And I might end up swapping out this blanket for a white one, but I didn't want it to get lost with the ghost, so let me know what you guys think. Would you swap out that blanket? But that's really all that I did over on the couch, which is so shocking because usually I'm like drowning in pillows. And then on our little coffee table tray, I just made a few changes over here. We have this spooky little tree that came from the Target dollar spot a few years ago, and this pumpkin canister that came from the Target dollar spot this year, and it's been filled with candy corn since fall. And then I just added in some of these little coasters that I got last year at Target, a candle that we've been burning that was orange, so I felt like it went with the theme. I kept it really simple, but I think it is super cute and definitely adds to the spooky vibes in here. I truly love spooky season, and I feel like it's just the beginning of an extended holiday season, and there's so much decor and festivities and happiness, and it makes my heart so happy. So anyway, I love to share these ideas with you. I love to show you my decor, and I hope that you guys appreciate it and love to see it as well. There will be a few more Halloween decorating videos coming your way, and then right after that, we are jumping into Christmas, and I know you won't want to miss it. Okay guys, so the girls are working on some Halloween crafts, and I thought it would be the perfect time to finish up my Halloween decorating. This is the last area in the house that needs some spooky decor. This is our coffee station, and I think Sawyer's the most excited for this area because she's been begging me for like a week to get this done for her. It's gonna have like cocoa on it too, so that's what she's looking forward to. But it's been this Disney theme for a while now, ever since like the summertime, and we're gonna switch it out. I've also had this random North Pole sign up there since last Christmas, so that's definitely got to go. I got this really cool wall decor at Kirkland's this year. We got it on a 50% off sale. Let me lay it out so that you can see the full thing. So it was the last one. It was a really lucky find. But anyway, I thought that that would be perfect to replace this Christmas sign up here. I do think it's a little bigger and a little longer, but that's okay because there's plenty of room up there. And then I also have this last tote of Halloween decor that I have been saving for this space. This is the final one. So this is everything I have left. Hopefully it will be enough for the entire thing. We've got lots of ceramics in here and little ghosty mugs, some of those bats that we had used before, and some filler decor. So we'll see how it goes. But of course, before I can even think about putting up the new decor, I definitely need to get all of these like Disney Rae Dunn items taken down and stored away.
Okay, so I have everything taken down, and since it's all empty right now, I took the opportunity to do some dusting and get everything cleaned up and wiped down really well. So it's all ready for me to put out all of the new decor. I have a huge tote full here of things that I have been keeping like aside with this coffee station in mind. So there's tons of mugs and canisters and things like that, and a few things of filler decor. But I think that what I'm going to start with is these two shelves right here, since they will have the most like decor items on them. Some of the things will be used, like canisters and things, and then some of them are just for decoration. But I figured if I pull some things out of here and get that all set up, like I know for sure this guy's gonna go on that top shelf, then I'll have like a clearer idea of what I have left, what will be functional, and store all of our like coffee and cocoa and marshmallows and things like that. And I'll just have like something to go off of and a place to start. This looks so cool. I'm so happy with it, except I didn't realize how low we were on hot cocoa powder, so that's my bad. If this was like all the way full, it would like look even better. But I think when we're done with this, I might actually try to find some like white cocoa powder or maybe even like a cool color for Halloween. But I love that up there. And then this larger pumpkin canister with the ghost marshmallows. How cool is this? I love it. I know I'm saying cool like a million times, but I just think it's so cool. I love it. The back of it is empty because I had 4 packs of these marshmallows and this canister is larger than I thought, so I didn't fill it all the way, but I was able to kind of stack them on top of each other so you really can't tell that it's full. I could get more, or you could just put regular marshmallows in there even, but this is so neat. This is Sawyer's little ghost mug. I know I'll be taking these out all the time, but I didn't have anything else to put the coffee stirrers in. But I think in this kind of like empty space behind it, I'm going to put all of our coffee syrups. I'm the only one who uses these, so we don't go through them very fast. But I think I might just put them back there for a little pop of color, since I feel like there is more contrast and more color on that top shelf. And because they're not used as often, it's not like a big deal to not have them up at the front. But here, let me see if I can arrange this so that it looks nice. And then this little dude. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? I do have some pumpkins and some tea lights down here that I can use as filler, but I'm going to do that at the end. For now, since this is all cleared off, I think I'm going to work on the top of the coffee station and then also the mug rack. This is really coming along. I'm loving it so far. I did make a few changes up here. I put my stackable mugs back there for some height and then put Sawyer's ghost mug with the coffee stirrers here so that I could bring this little spider dish down here. It just made more sense with having those syrups. I feel like it's way more balanced and it looks nice in my opinion. But anyway, now we're going to move on to the mug rack, and I have this like spider webbing cloth from last year. I think I used this here last year too, if I'm remembering correctly, but I'm gonna try to drape it in like a triangle shape across this way, because we don't have, since we got rid of all of our Rae Dunn, we don't have enough mugs to take up, like to fill the mug rack anymore. I actually only have these 3 ghost mugs. This one with the little jack-o'-lantern candy bucket, and then this one from Target last year. It is so cute. And this one from Target this year. We've kind of been, I guess, starting a ghost mug collection, but anyway, I only have those 3, so I think I'm going to arrange them like down in this lower quarter of the mug rack and then take up the rest of it with spider webbing and add in like some fake spiders and things like that. All right, this is what we are working with, and I love it. I think it's so cool, creepy, but still functional. Anyway, I tried to film me putting the wall art up and also adjusting the cobweb here, but I actually had to stand on the top of the coffee station and it was not stable. It was such a tight space to try to film. So I ended up turning the camera off, but this is how it turned out. I'm so glad that I adjusted the cobweb because this looks so much better than what I had before. But let me run through everything for you real quick. So I think I already mentioned that this piece of wall art came from Kirkland's, and then this cobweb I had last year and maybe even the year before, but I know it was from Target along with all of the little spiders that go in there. These two mugs were also from Target, and this one was from Kohl's this year. I do kind of wish that we had more, so it could be like a ghost mug cascade down this like slanted diagonal half of the mug rack, but this is fine for now. It's super cute and we have plenty of more Halloweens and years to add to our collection. There's no rush. But over here on the shelves, so up on this top shelf, this ghost canister, it does come off and it is food safe. It's from the Joanna Parker line and we found it at Home Goods. And then I also found both of these stacking ghost mugs at Home Goods as well. This little glass pumpkin canister came from the Target Dollar Spot this year, and this tiny little ghost mug came from Target Hide and Eek last year. This huge pumpkin glass canister was from Target Hide and Eek this year. And then all of my little syrups, in case you're interested, they were a 3-pack that I found at TJ Maxx, and they are so yummy. We have our skeleton Raydun measuring cups back there. Measuring cups are one of the only things we've kept of our Raydun collection, and we had to trade for those, although they did re-release this year. And then this little spider candy dish, I'm just using it to hold the girls' gumballs, but that came from Target last year, although I do think it was part of the collection this year as well. So if I can find a link, I'll leave it down in the description box for you. But I'm loving those shelves and the mug rack. And then down here, I just put some little spiderweb placemat things. I got these last year and I want to say they were from Michael's. And then we also have this Joanna Parker pumpkin canister. I can't remember if I found it at Home Goods or TJ Maxx this year, but it is airtight. It's got a seal, so I used it for all of our coffee grounds, and it'll be so easy to just scoop them out of there because it has such a wide opening. And then down here on these shelves, Kinsley and I found these ghost canisters at Home Goods pretty early in the season this year and couldn't pass them up. They're just so cute. And then I didn't really do anything down here because I kind of ran out of decor. So we just have our little basket thing where we keep extra mugs. And I put Derek's Peanuts mug and then the only 2 Raydun mugs that we have kept and another one of those little spiderweb placemats. But yeah, this is how everything is looking. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I know Sawyer and Kinsley are going to be so excited to finally be able to use their spooky cocoa bar. All right, let me go ahead and show you guys the girls' bedroom Halloween decor this year. I didn't film a full video because I let them decorate their own rooms, but they turned out so good, so I want to at least give you a tour. We're going to look in Sawyer's room first. It's definitely the most fun, the least cohesive, but that's fine because that's Sawyer for you. So she still has all of her candy corn decor out. She did a candy corn theme for fall, so she has this little baby candy corn squishmallow. We found that at Home Goods, and she sleeps with it every night. It's the cutest thing. It also matches with this plush candy corn blanket. It's just got Sherpa on this side, and then it's really soft on the front side. She sleeps with that every night also, and I think she's going to be so sad when it's no longer Halloween time and we're going to have to put it away. I'll have to make sure she has a Christmas replacement because she has been loving those so much. She also does still have her candy corn garland on her window, so she just added in some touches of Halloween. On her nightstands, she put these little ghosts that we found at Home Goods. They are so stinking cute. There's this little one with a top hat and a banner that says boo. And then on the other side, this purple girly with a cute little bow on her head and a bat in her hand. These are so stinking cute, very Sawyer, very colorful. Absolutely the perfect touch of Halloween in here. Also, she added in this corner. I think this is an outdoor decoration we got from Target last year or the year before, but she just loved him, the little ghost. He's got a trick-or-treat basket there, a ghost in this hand, and he was too cute for our creepy cemetery outside this year, so I told her she could use it here. She plugs it in every night and uses it as a nightlight. She kept her little candy corns on her vanity here. They're just holding hands. They are so sweet. This is a little set. It's connected together, and we got it from Target for $5 in the hide and eek section this year. They had a ton of different ones, not just candy corns, but she loves that. And then over on her bookshelf, she added a mixture of all of the things she found and loved this year. So along with that candy corn theme, we found this little 3 set. I want to say we had these last year in our kitchen on some of our mug racks. We had 2 of them, but I only found 1 this year, and that went perfectly with her candy corn theme. And then this is a new one that she had found this year at Home Goods, I think. Yeah, for $10. So I know this one was $10, and I think this one was $10 also. She also went to McDonald's one day and got a Happy Meal, and they were giving Happy Meals in these Halloween buckets, so she decided to use that as a little decoration down on that bottom shelf, which is just so sweet. And then up here on the top, we had this little basket of her Halloween books. She likes to read those as bedtime stories. And then this little collection of mummies that she had been finding at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. This was the first one that she had found, and he's so cute with this little purple bow tie and the little pumpkin in his hand. Online, they call him Gus, and I think he might be a popular Home Goods find, or maybe it's TJ Maxx. It doesn't have the sticker on anymore, so I'm not really sure where we got it from, but she loved him. And then also this mummy that I was a little bit surprised that she liked so much. Not that he's necessarily scary, but it's just a little mummy with his hands up. She thought he was the cutest thing. This one did come from TJ Maxx for $10, and she begged me. So I went ahead and let her start this little collection of mummy decor. It's so cute. And then the last thing she found was this black cat, and she and Kinsley actually argued over this a little bit because Kinsley loves cats, and Sawyer was insistent that this needed to go in her room, not Kinsley's room, but it's okay. Kinsley has some different decor in there. This wouldn't have fit in anyway, but it is super, super cute. Don't worry, there's tons of cats in Kinsley's room, though. You guys will see them in a minute. And I definitely can't forget to show you guys her Jack and Sally. The Nightmare Before Christmas is her favorite movie of all time, and definitely her favorite Halloween movie. I want to say she found these at Lowe's this year, and they had these little strings to hang them, so she thought that they would be perfect on this decor closet because there's the 2 handles here. She never goes in this closet, so this is purely decor for her, but here they are. She loves them so much. And actually, this year, Sawyer's going to be Sally for Halloween. She got a costume that has like the red wig and even some little tights that make her legs look like this. So she is just beyond excited about it. This is all of Sawyer's Halloween decor this year. It is very eclectic, very cute, very colorful, and absolutely perfect because that describes Sawyer to a T. It's exactly what you would expect to see in her bedroom, and I think she did a really great job putting in these little touches of Halloween decor and making this space something that she could love and be proud of. I'm very proud of her for doing it, but now we're going to go ahead across the hall and look at Kinsley's decor, which is so cool. She did an amazing job in here. On her bedroom door, she has this really pretty but slightly spooky Halloween wreath. And then over here, when you turn the corner, is her dresser. And she put some really cool touches of Halloween in here. So she loves cats, like I was saying. And we had this piece of
black cat wall art from Kirkland's last year or the year before, so she grabbed that to put in here. And then we found this black witch's hat with the cutest little black cat on the side of it. So she grabbed that too. I want to say that was either HomeSense or a Home Goods find, and just layered it right there with the wall art. I think it looks really good there. She did a great job styling that. And then on top of these boxes, these just hold like her deodorant and body spray, things like that. And then this has all of her hair accessories and hair ties. But on top of it, she just put this little spider and this little spooky container from the Target dollar spot a couple of years ago that she filled with white and black vase filler pumpkins. And then over in the corner, we had initially left this with just like a little potted olive tree, which definitely didn't go with a Halloween theme. But then she said she wanted to put this skeleton on his royal chair. And I'm so glad that she did because it looks really good in here on her stool. If you all remember from my indoor decorating video, I loved this piece of decor. Found it at Home Goods this year. He's so cool. His eyes do light up and he's just got a martini with these eyeballs in it. I wanted to use it on top of our bookshelf next to the fireplace, but it was just slightly too large. So I was bummed thinking I wouldn't have anywhere to use it this year, but Kinsley did a good job picking it out to put in this corner. It fits perfectly, and then kind of just flows over to her desk and shelf area. On her desk, she has this cutie little black cat here and a little witch's potion bottle, and then also this cat painting that she painted with gouache paint. So those are all set up there on her actual desk, and she loves that. And it ties in with this theme she's got going on up on her shelf. One of the first pieces of decor she found this season was this really eccentric, pretty witch's hat on a pedestal. It's so nice. She found it at Home Goods when we were on our way home from Florida this summer and knew that she wanted it for her room. It looks really good up here next to these wooden pumpkins from Kirkland's last year, and also this little witch's spell book that was from the Target dollar spot last year. It's such a cute little vignette that she has set up here, and right next to it is her rattan vase that she's had since like the summertime, but she just put in these purple spooky-ish stems, and I thought it was so cool that she thought to switch those out. Now, she definitely did not want to put away her Disney pins, so those are still there, but on the other side is just this Quit Your Witchin' sign that we found at Michael's 3 years ago, I want to say. And this little witch's broom from the Target dollar spot a couple of years ago. And then also these witch's boots, and the little silver details match really well with the silver of the witch's hat. Very whimsical and eccentric. And next to it to fill that space was a white pumpkin. She did a really good job. She's only 8 years old, but I feel like she's already got such an eye for decor. Most of her decor is on her dresser, desk, and shelf area, but she also thought to add those 2 black pumpkins, one on either nightstand, and that was perfect. The perfect touches, and really pulled the whole room together. Like I said, I'm just so proud of her. She's only 8 years old, and it's crazy to think that she did all of this with very minimal input from me.